You're standing at airport security, passport in hand, ready to breeze through like you always do. But suddenly, everything stops. The officer looks at you, then at their screen, then back at you. "Your documents don't match our new system," they say. You're confused. You did everything right, or so you thought. Welcome to 2026, where the rules of air travel are being rewritten overnight, and millions of passengers won't realize it until they're standing at the gate, watching their flight leave without them. If you want to avoid becoming one of those travelers caught off guard by changes that could cost you hundreds of dollars or even strand you in a foreign country, you're going to want to stick around for this one. And hey, if you find this information valuable, hit that like button and subscribe, because we're breaking down the insider knowledge that could save your next trip. The digital passport trap nobody saw coming. The U.S. State Department just launched full online passport renewal. No more mailing documents, no more waiting by the mailbox, no more lost applications. Sounds perfect, right? Here's what they're not advertising. This convenient new system is a minefield of hidden restrictions that could actually make your renewal take longer than the old-fashioned way. You need to fit into a very narrow box. Your passport must be standard adult issue. You had to be at least 25 years old when it was originally issued. Your name must be exactly the same. And your passport must fall within a specific issue window. Miss even one of these criteria? The system boots you out instantly. But here's the real kicker. Once you click submit on that online application, you're locked in. You can't change your mind and mail it instead. You can't suddenly book an in-person appointment. You can't upgrade to expedited service if your boss surprises you with a business trip next month. Travel professionals are already seeing the fallout. People with trips 6 weeks away who chose online renewal are now panicking as their departure dates approach. Meanwhile, those who paid for expedited mail service got their passports in 3 weeks. The truth? Online renewal is fantastic if you have no travel plans on the horizon and zero time pressure. But if there's even a slight chance you might travel in the next 2 to 3 months, the traditional expedited route is still your safest bet. Your face is your ticket. The Biometric Takeover. Remember when you used to hand your passport to an immigration officer and get that satisfying stamp? That ritual is dying. By the end of 2026, it'll be practically extinct. Airports from Atlanta to Amsterdam are rolling out fully biometric systems. Your face becomes your boarding pass. Your fingerprints replace your passport at checkpoints. Cameras recognize you at each stage: check-in, security, boarding gate, customs, automatically verifying your identity in seconds. It's already being tested at Hartsfield-Jackson, Atlanta, Dallas, Fort Worth, and London Heathrow. Processing times cut by more than half. But here's what the promotional videos don't show you. What happens if you don't want to participate? In many airports, biometric screening is becoming the default, with manual verification lanes treated as exceptions. If you're uncomfortable with facial recognition or have privacy concerns, you'll be funneled into increasingly longer manual verification lines. Industry insiders predict these manual lanes could add 30 to 45 minutes to your airport experience. It's not technically mandatory, but the system makes opting out so inconvenient that most people won't bother. And then there's Europe's new entry check-in exit system launching in 2026. This comprehensive database records exactly when you enter the European Union, when you leave, and calculates your remaining visa-free days. Overstay by even a day, maybe because you miscounted or your flight got canceled, and the system flags you automatically. Consequences range from fines to entry bans. The death of free carry-on luggage. If you thought airlines had already squeezed every possible fee out of passengers, you're in for an unpleasant surprise. Starting in 2026, airlines are introducing digital bag scanners at check-in desks and gates. These machines automatically measure your bag's dimensions and weight, rejecting anything that exceeds limits before you even get close to boarding. No more hoping the gate agent won't notice. Ryanair, EasyJet, and several U.S. budget carriers are leading this charge, but major legacy airlines are watching closely and preparing to implement similar systems. But here's where it gets truly brazen. Airlines are exploring charging passengers for overhead bin space. Yes, you read that correctly. You might soon pay a fee just to put your bag in the compartment above your seat. Full-service carriers are rumored to be introducing personal item-only fare classes, tickets that don't include any overhead bin access at all. That carry-on you've been traveling with for free? It could soon cost you $40 to $80 extra each way. The savvy traveler's response? Invest in a structured under-seat bag that maximizes your personal item allowance. Use packing cubes, especially compressible ones, to maximize every cubic inch. And weigh your carry-on at home before you leave. Some airlines are now enforcing weight limits as low as 15 pounds for overhead luggage. The end of the liquid limit. Sort of. Here's some genuinely good news. The infamous 3.4-ounce liquid rule is finally on its way out. In 2026, new CT scanners are rolling out that can analyze the contents of your bag in 3 dimensions. These machines can identify liquids and threats without you having to remove anything from your bag. No more pulling out your laptop. No more separating your toiletries. Just put your bag on the belt and walk through. Several airports in the UK and Europe have already eliminated the liquid restriction entirely. TSA is conducting extensive testing at major American hubs with plans for dozens of airports by mid-2026. The new scanners will also detect what's inside your shoes, meaning most travelers won't need to remove footwear during screening. But don't celebrate too early. Not every airport is upgrading at the same pace. Budget constraints and equipment availability mean some airports might not see these scanners until 2027 or later. The smart approach? Check your specific airports before you travel. Keep travel-size containers as backup, just in case. Your phone is about to become your passport. The U.S. State Department is rolling out next-generation e-passports with upgraded chips compatible with biometric systems worldwide. More significantly, they'll include secure digital credentials stored directly on your smartphone. Delta, United, and British Airways are already testing this. You enroll once, linking your passport to your airline account. From that point on, you can check in, pass through security, and board your flight without ever showing a physical document. However, there's a massive vulnerability. What happens when you lose your phone? Lose your phone mid-trip, and you've lost your passport, boarding passes, hotel confirmations, transportation apps, and contact information. Everything. In a foreign country, you could find yourself stranded without proof of citizenship. The solution? Always carry your physical passport, even if you're using digital boarding. Keep paper printouts of essential documents. Store encrypted photos of important documents in a password-protected note on your phone, but also email them to yourself. Technology is incredible until your battery dies right before customs. The hidden fees that will drain your wallet. Starting in 2026, airports and airlines are dramatically increasing taxes and surcharges, hiding them under creative names. Facility modernization fees, sustainable aviation levies, environmental recovery charges, and infrastructure improvement contributions. The UK has confirmed an air passenger duty increase for 2026. Several EU nations are preparing similar announcements. The United States will likely follow as airports upgrade infrastructure. These fees are baked into your ticket price. Most people never click through to see the itemized breakdown, but $120 of your $450 ticket might be taxes and fees that weren't there last year. The smart traveler's defense? Pay attention to the breakdown on the checkout page. Compare it across different airlines and routes. Use airline credit cards strategically. Many offer travel credits or fee reimbursements. Some cards include free checked bags or priority boarding, which become more valuable as airlines squeeze free services. 7. Insider secrets. Flight attendants won't tell you. Window seats are significantly colder. The air outside a cruising aircraft drops to minus 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Always bring a layer or request a blanket. Never drink hot drinks on planes. The water used for coffee and tea comes from tanks that aren't cleaned regularly. Studies have found E. coli and bacteria in airplane water systems. Some flight attendants refuse to drink it. Stick with bottled water or juice. The dirtiest spots aren't the bathrooms. Your tray table and seat back pocket are filthier. That pocket contains used tissues, food wrappers, and worse. Tray tables are so rarely cleaned that passengers have changed diapers on them. Always bring disinfectant wipes. Morning flights are superior. Delays compound throughout the day. The first flight of the morning is least likely to be delayed. Morning flights also encounter less turbulence because the air is cooler and more stable. Sit in the back for better service. Crew members can offer extras more discreetly in the rear. In the front, everything must appear equal. In the back, attendants have more freedom to be generous. Yes, you'll deplane later, but you might get VIP treatment during the flight. Don't fully inflate your neck pillow. Cabin pressure changes during flight. If your pillow is inflated to maximum on the ground, it could burst or become painfully overinflated at cruising altitude. Request a special meal. Vegetarian, kosher, gluten-free, seafood. These meals are often fresher, more flavorful, and served before regular meals. You don't need a dietary restriction to request one. The essentials. Most travelers forget. Never wear shorts. Cabin seats aren't cleaned between flights, plus temperatures can drop unexpectedly. Jeans or joggers keep you clean and comfortable. Bring a pen. Flying internationally? You'll need to fill out customs forms. Every time, passengers scramble looking for pens. Sit over the wing. It's the aircraft's center of gravity, meaning significantly fewer bumps compared to the nose or tail. Download the airline app. It provides live updates on gate changes, delays, and lets you rebook canceled flights instantly without waiting in customer service lines. Bring an empty water bottle. Fill it at water fountains after security instead of paying $5 at the airport. Carry a power bank. Once your phone dies, you lose access to boarding passes, directions, and ride shares. Search flights in incognito mode. Airlines track your searches and sometimes increase prices. Incognito mode prevents price manipulation. Use Seat Guru. It shows which seats have extra legroom, which don't recline, and which are next to the bathroom. Your 2026 Travel Survival Guide Air Travel is transforming faster than it has in decades. Biometric gates, digital passports, AI-powered security lanes, new carry-on restrictions, hidden fees. It's a lot to navigate. But here's the advantage. You now know what's coming before the vast majority of travelers. While others stand confused at checkpoints, you'll breeze through prepared and informed. Before your next trip, take action. Check your passport expiration date. Update your travel apps. Research your specific airports to see which new technologies they've implemented. Pack strategically with new bag restrictions in mind. Bring backup documentation even if you're going digital. Understand fee structures so you're not blindsided at checkout. Knowledge is your boarding pass for 2026. The changes are coming whether we're ready or not.